Here's your AccuWeather.com forecast. Mostly sunny, gorgeous today. High of 80 and another clear, moonlit, and comfortable night with a low of 57. Tomorrow, another beautiful sunny day with a high of 82. Heading into Saturday, though, we'll have sunshine mixed with more clouds. We'll have a thunder shower around in the afternoon hours, but most of the day is still largely rain-free with a breeze and a high of 80. I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Thursday in the afternoon. Thursday, I don't care about you. Well, come on, get that Thursday afternoon. Thursday doesn't even start. Thursday night. Thursday's just about to start. Thursday, watch the walls instead. We can make plans for Thursday night. Okay, man, start it up.
Broadcasting live from the legendary studios of Canton's own 1480 WHBC.
You're listening to Gary Rivers.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to It's McKinley Day at WHBC. Yeah.
So pop.
Oh, my. That was a lot of fun. Now, we're going to be celebrating McKinley High School, actually all the Canton City schools here this morning. First of all, Superintendent Adrian Allison is in the studio, but out in the front lawn, we've got the entire McKinley Marching Band.
Yeah, the pride of Canton, the Canton McKinley Marching Band, along with all of the dancers, and they are excited and ready to go. And we also, of course, have our new principal here.
Yeah.
So Thomas Hill, the brand new principal of Canton McKinley High School. We're excited to have him here.
And just so you know, this is a part of it. This is a tradition. You have to start off your school year every year in these studios, bringing the band with you.
We'll be here. We can bring more if you'd like.
I don't know how we can fit any more people on the front lawn. It's just awesome out there.
It is awesome. The kids are excited. It's a great day. It's first of all, thank you.
Oh, thank
really,
you.
Thank you, WHBCU, for taking the time to highlight the great kids in our community, because those kids out there are awesome, and we're really, really proud to represent them.
Well, they've been practicing for how long? I mean, they get out of school and they start practice, don't they?
They do, yeah. They band camp. They practice all during the summer. You know what? It is similar to football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really do. They do long stretches of practice to get ready. And you know what makes me proud is that there are people in the stands who don't get up to go get a hot dog or popcorn, but instead they sit there and watch the McKinley Band, and that's pretty exciting. So their hard work pays off, and they do an excellent job. And by the way, dare I not mention the band director's name, Zach Taylor. So Zach has been here now for, I think, 4 years, and he has just done an amazing job with growing the band and getting kids engaged in music. And I don't know if you remember, but not too long ago, the board agreed to buy brand new instruments for the entire district. So the kids don't have to worry about having an instrument or owning one. The school has them.
Well, I noticed they went all out, because with the tubas, if I'm saying that right, was the Beat Massillon signs.
Absolutely.
I mean, they went all out.
Listen, we start early. We as they do over to the west, and that's again what makes it so exciting is that we as they do, we know that week 10 is coming. Now we got to work to get to week 10, but week 10 is special.
All right. Well, why don't we start off? The band director's name is
Zach Taylor.
All right, Zach Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, the McKinley Marching Band. They're next on WHBC. Let's listen. ladies and gentlemen, the McKinley Marching Band and their first performance. They're going to take a little bit of break. We're going to talk with the brand new principal here at McKinley High School. We'll come back, and when we get commercial break, two things. Number one is I've got something special for you for hanging out with us this morning. I've already had people ask me in the studios if I could just not give it away on the air, but we're going to do it in about 5 minutes. I've got a pair of tickets to tonight's Cleveland Browns and Philadelphia Eagles game. This is their big tune-up, right?
It is, tune-up.
Absolutely.
This is their big game. So
with the Browns, the preview, are we Browns fans going to be miserable again, or are we going to have some excitement? And I count myself as a proud Browns fan.
So I think we're going to have that well. So we'll get into that here in just a few. I'll open up the phone lines for that. So get set to win. If you'd like to go to the game, it's for tonight, and you will definitely have to call in and be able to drive there tonight. But we've got the tickets for you. And by the way, they're great seats. They're WHBC seats, and they've got some good ones.
Excellent.
All right, so we got a new principal. Tell me about this guy, and where'd you find him?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, I want to thank our prior principal, Mr. Grubbs, for all of his work over the years. He helped us merge the two high schools and did an excellent job. And but we're really excited to have Thomas Hill as the new principal of McKinley High School. I'll share this story because I really want you to hear from him. But one of the things that we did as part of our interview process is we got on the road, and at the time he was in Mount Healthy, which is down by Cincinnati, and we kind of we snuck up on him, and no one knew why we were there but him. And we spent the day at the school, and when we left the school that day, we knew that we needed to get Thomas Hill as our principal.
Wow.
And it was really two things. He had been there for a year, and the kids literally were flocking to him. And in a good way, as a father figure, as someone who genuinely cared about them, he had these kids really, really, really believing in themselves and believing that they could achieve anything they wanted to in life. Similarly, he had a staff who was rowing the boat in the same direction, and you could see it. It was tangible in the room. And so we brought him here, and I will tell you, in the first couple of days of school, he has already gotten the endorsement of all of the students. So outside, and you'll meet my daughter a little bit later on because she's going to come in and speak because she's on the speech team. But she came home one day, probably the second day of school, and she said, "Dad, the senior class has decided that we like Thomas Hill."
Oh, no kidding.
That was the second day of school.
Second day of school.
And it has been nothing but that since. In addition to that, the staff, because he's just bringing an energy and an excitement and a pride to our school, and we're thankful to have him. And we won't hold the fact that he's Michigan, Michigan, and he's a Michigan State. He's a Michigan State. His kid was a running back, a star running back at Michigan State back in the day. We won't hold any of that against him. We're glad he's
I'm
here.
glad you won't.
And let me just say this, and then I really want you to hear it from him. But I do want to say this: outside on the line, he has a son who is a ninth grader at the high school. He is a trombone player. And then a little bit later today, he'll be the starting quarterback for the freshman football team. Nice. And in addition to that, he has his two younger kids in the district. And so he, like I, is all in.
It's all in
with respect to what he believes about our community, what he believes about our school. So we're definitely glad to have him.
Well, Thomas Hill, no pressure now.
So, no, I mean, first I want to thank our superintendent, Allison, and the Board of Education. It was really his vision that aligned with my vision about servant leadership and about making the community a better place that drew me to come to Canton. And if you like athletics or any activity, you would know McKinley anywhere you go around. And so a place that I can consider home and family, that's extremely important to both my wife and our children. And I think it's important for the community to realize our values are the same, and we want to build the brand. We got great teachers, we got great kids, we got a great community. I would take them and match them up and compete with anybody around the country. And so, I'm extremely proud of our kids. I said if we could put a slogan on the back of our shirt this year and brand our school, what would it be? And they came back and said, Mr. Hill, we're all in. And so that says a lot.
Yeah.
So we're going to get some shirts made up, and then, we're going to learn how to work hard, and we're going to learn how to showcase. We have great things going on in our school beyond our sports programs, and I'm extremely proud. And I can't be, I always say it's never about me, it's about we. And so when we become what we should become, then we'll all feel proud. And everywhere you go, there's graduates of Canton City Schools wanting to make Canton City a great place to not only work, but also bright futures and plan your future. So that's our mission and purpose.
Wow. Well, and with that in mind, we've got a couple more folks who will be coming in a little bit who will be speaking. STEAM, which that's an interesting program in and of itself we'll learn about. Also, the speech and debate team, man, just keeps winning awards.
Yeah, absolutely. And we intentionally, I'm glad Thomas talked about all the various activities in our school, because obviously we're the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, and we're proud of that. But I got to tell you, we're proud that we send kids to state and national tournament in speech every year. We sent 2 kids this year. We sent 4 kids down. 2 kids competed in the national speech tournament and placed in the top 25 in the country this year. And then we qualify consistently Manny Howe kids. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that there's so many great things going on in our district, both academically, in the arts, and athletically. And we welcome the community. Hey, come on out. Come visit Mr. Hill. If you want to be a partner with us, we'd love to have you partner with us.
I just wanted to ask one more question before we go to break, and that is, how did you convince your wife to come?
So one of the things that we always believe is they know the work I'm going to put in. I'm someone who believes in building relationships. My day starts when school gets out, and my wife is aligned with us. The district, and thanks to the superintendent, she works at the Lehman Middle School as a counselor, and so we can live our life in serving our community. We don't have to make a choice because our kids are right here every day with us. The kids are in the school running around after school. And so I really want to thank our superintendent and the Board of Education and all McKinley family. They've really welcomed us. And so I'm thankful for this opportunity. But most importantly, it's our children, and the opportunities they deserve in life. And so I'm excited about showcasing them, because we have a lot of great things going on in our school district.
Yeah, I'm just going to say one thing before we go to break. That's really good stuff coming from a Michigan fan.
Wait. Let's be clear.
He's putting his sentences together.
He's a state fan.
Oh, he's a state fan.
So
okay.
Not the maize and the blues, but the green and white. So so we partly forgive him for that.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not at least maize and blue.
Yeah,
we if he was maize and blue, he'd have a. I don't know he'd be here.
We almost like Mark D'Antonio.
Almost,
you know what I mean?
right?
Almost.
Exactly.
We almost like
exactly.
him. All right, let's do this. I got to get to break right now, and we're going to have the band come back in just a few. If you would like to go to the Browns-Eagles game, call me now, 330-450-1480. I have 2 tickets to the game tonight. Section 133, row 19, seats 17 and 18 are yours. If you can get yourself to the game today, I will take the 4th caller, 330-450-1480.
Gary will be right back.
Hear show podcasts at WHBC.com.
Don't miss a minute.
Join Pam Cook for Canton's Morning News.
Your show keeps me going. It's like the sun coming up for me.
Gotta say, love your show. You fire me up every morning.
You have been a big part of my morning for a long time, so.
Oh my gosh, you bring a breath of fresh air, so thank you.
Love your show. You converted me from another show to yours. I'm just absolutely happy every morning.
Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook. Don't miss a minute.
Join Pam Cook for Canton's Morning News.
Planning on expanding or renovating your business? Did you know that 10% of a building's lifetime cost is in the initial construction? The remaining 90% occurs after the building is built. Maintenance and high-energy bills can cost you a fortune. There's a smarter, more effective way to build. Norman Eckinger Incorporated's design-build philosophy is from smart to finish. The process starts with the needs and vision of your business. The Norman Eckinger Design Build team then works diligently to create a business-ready space that meets your requirements and budget. Building from start to finish utilizes advanced engineering, high-quality materials like our Butler building products, and skilled tradesmen. All of this delivers a building that will give you years of low-maintenance use and superior energy efficiency. Business owners are discovering that making smart choices in their initial investment can create wealth for the future. Call Norman Eckinger Inc. today and learn how design build from start to finish can benefit your project. Norman Eckinger Incorporated, building a reputation for quality since 1971. Visit us online at normaneckinger.com.
The Stop Heroin from Killing Committee is asking everyone to start the school year off by spending 15 minutes with a family member addressing the dangers of all drugs.
Ohio overdoses rose 39% last year and ranks third in the country. In the last 12 months, we've lost over 5,000 Ohioans, which is 3 times the national average.
Drug cartels from Mexico are now pumping methamphetamines into Stark County at a record pace as a cheaper alternative to heroin. It's no surprise meth-related overdoses increased 126% last year. Since meth is not an opiate, the use of Narcan cannot save an abuser's life.
Some teenagers are looking to escape or enjoy the stimulant that meth provides. We are losing too many young people in our community. So let's talk. Do you have 15 minutes?
Those 15 minutes may save a life. Paid for by the Stop Heroin from Killing Committee.
Rankle & Reese Motor Cars have been selling quality cars and trucks in Stark County for over 2 decades. With their locations on Tuscarora Street in Canton and Main Street in Navarre, Rankle & Reese Motor Cars has now opened another location at 1212 13th Street Northwest in Canton, right next to Leland Motors. It's the same great cars and trucks and always the best financing. Stop by and deal with Joe Huff, sales manager. You can also visit them online at rankleandreesemotorcars.com. rankleandreesemotorcars.com.
Make your move now to apartment living at Canton Christian Home before the snow flies. That's the suggestion from Molly and Katie, who live at Canton Christian Home. Their favorite thing to do is visit with neighbors and enjoy their cozy apartments. Molly's made lots of new friends, and Katie likes the fact that Canton Christian Home is pet-friendly. They're both so happy there, they wish it would have happened sooner. Visit Molly and Katie soon at Canton Christian Home. Pat their heads, those sweet little long-haired dachshunds, and say hi to their puppy parents, too.
Get to Macy's Fall Preview Sale and save an extra 25 or 15% with your Macy's Card or Savings Pass on designers you love. Back to school looks for juniors, 25 to 50% off. Men's suits, dress shirts, and more, 30 to 50% off. Buy one bra, get the second at 50% off. And Star Rewards offers benefits for everyone no matter how you pay. Sign up for free in-store or at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off regular and sale prices, bra details in store, exclusions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology actively invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you, the needle in the haystack.
Try ZipRecruiter now for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/find. That's ZipRecruiter.com/find.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event. And now, while selection is best, it's the best time to buy. With amazing offers across a full lineup of Ford vehicles, now is the time to make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Stop by a local Ford store or shop online at buyfordnow.com, because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Summer sales event is here. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport. Best-selling claim based on 2017 calendar year sales. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 60 months is $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 8/31/18. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and details.
On air, air and on demand. It's the Gary Rivers Show on WHBC.
1024 News Talk 1480 WHBC. Right now, Adrian Allison has brought two new folks into the studios that are going to introduce for us. But should we introduce them first and then get to the band, or should we get to the band right away?
Let's set them up, and then we can talk over. And I'll do this first of all. We talk a lot about McKinley and Massillon. So one of the things that people know is that my predecessor, Chris Smith, was the band director in Massillon.
Right.
And I took over the Canton City School District when he passed away. One of his visions when he passed away was to create the STEAM Academy. And so he gave me the task of helping to lead that charge. So that was in 2012. Today, I am extremely proud to have with us in the studio David Thompson, and he's going to introduce the STEAM Teacher of the Year, Amanda Gillespie.
Nice.
But the bottom line is that in that period of time, in that 6-year period of time, we've taken STEAM from a concept to an award-winning Ohio STEM Academy recognized school, and we are the first STEM Academy in the Stark County to be recognized with that honor.
Nice.
And so all of us, David and I, Amanda, we all are just honored in so many ways. It's both personal and a great thing for our students because we are living out our prior superintendent's dreams, and we just couldn't be more ecstatic. So after the break, I want them to tell you all about the STEAM Academy.
David, looking forward to talking with you in just a moment here.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, one more time this morning before we head them back to classroom,
yes,
the McKinley Marching Band.
Hey, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the McKinley Marching Band, thank you so much. I appreciate them being here this morning. Superintendent Allison, I know they've been working very hard putting all of that together. They got to get ready. I mean, they're ready during the Pro Football Hall of Fame Enshrinement Week. They are
exactly
football
right.
ready.
That's right. They're, I mean, literally, as I said before, they're in 2-a-days. And so they, that parade, as we all know, is a point of pride for this community, and they want to be ready and put their best foot forward during the parade. They did a great job, and then now they get into the season, and so everything that the athletes are doing, the majorettes, the dancers, the cheerleaders, the band, they're all doing it as well. And so while we may just see sometimes the football team, the reality of it is that there's a whole group of student athletes that are engaged in this process. And so tomorrow night, they'll be traveling to Warren and cheering on the team. And it is, as you know, the band and the team feed off each other.
Yeah.
And they all get hype as part of the process. And it's school, right? That's what you do in high school, and it's a beautiful thing.
It sure is. Well, David Thompson, you're going to tell us a little bit about before, and I know we have to go to break here in just a moment, so we'll continue on the other side of that. We're going to let the band head back to school and then talk about the academy. And give us an overall nutshell. What is the STEAM Academy?
So STEAM Academy, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, Math, and Medicine. Along with earning the STEM designation, being the first in the county, we were one of 3 that earned the STEAM designation in the state, which that was this past year was the first year that you could earn that designation. So at the school, we give students opportunities and access to be competitive in the global economy, doing a lot of hands-on interactive projects.
So it's technologically advancing, if you will, in a high school environment, but it's pretty. Is it competitive? Is it just really focuses the learning?
Yes, it's very competitive. Internally and externally, we compete internally. It brings the best out of students, but also one competitive thing that we've done outside is there's an electric car competition in Washington, D.C. every year. Traditionally, it's done with high school students. We entered it as a middle school team and got second, or tied for third, I apologize, the first time we had ever been in it.
No kidding.
Yes.
Electric car competition among middle school students.
Yes, but it's a high school competition. We're the only middle school in the country that competes in it.
No kidding.
And we went from 1 car to this year we'll be buying our 4th car.
Whoa, it's amazing.
So, and it's a pretty cool car. I can honestly tell you, I've never ridden in it because I'm a little too big for it. But I've seen people driving it.
Really?
And it's pretty cool.
And it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
And it works.
And it works. And you can drive around. It's pretty cool.
All right, next week, bring the car.
Yeah,
I want the
it's
car
awesome.
in, and I'll take it like. Am I too big to take a test drive?
No, you're not.
I might
You're
make
not.
it in.
You'll
I'll
make it.
squeeze in. All right. Well, we're going to squeeze in a news break right now. We'll be right back and more with David Thompson. And he's got a friend with us, Amanda, who he'll introduce to us and tell us why she became that Teacher of the Year in that area when we come back.